to Fox 13 Plus, almost 11:30 here in Tampa Bay. And as promised before that commercial break, now that we are on the other side of it, we are going to be talking about brain health, but not in the way that you may think. June is actually Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month, and while a lot of people turn to puzzle apps or word games to keep their mind sharp, experts say some of the best brain games may actually involve moving your body. So we're talking things like balance, coordination, social interaction, learning new skills, and doing different things all at once, which can help challenge the brain and build new connections. So who better than to talk all about it than Kelly Stranburg, Vice President of Healthy Aging and Longevity for Westminster Communities of Florida. And we've also got Barbara, I believe, with her. How are you doing, ladies? Thanks so much for being here.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Hi, Regina. We're thrilled to be with you this morning to share some tips that anybody can do anywhere.
Well, I love it, and I will honestly let you take it away. So, I mean, I think it's just an important conversation overall, especially with June being Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. So, Kelly, I guess my first question is for you. I mean, what are some of the movements, kind of the structure of programs that happen when, residents come and see you?
I think the most important thing to realize is that when you do what's called dual tasking, which sounds really fancy, might even sound super sciencey, if you will, it's really just doing physical movement and mental challenges at the same time. And that is no different than how we live our everyday life. If you are walking down the sidewalk or down the hallway, talking with a friend or a colleague, believe it or not, you are dual tasking because you are moving your body and having a conversation with your friend or your peer. And so we incorporate those opportunities into a lot of our exercise offerings at Westminster Shores, which is a part of Westminster Communities of Florida over in St. Pete. And really what we're trying to do is just keep your brain as sharp as possible as you age while moving the body.
I love that. And I know there are some technical terms in here that can kind of get lost in the sauce when you're explaining this to viewers. Can you explain? I see neuroplasticity. What does that mean in a way that's easy for people at home to grasp?
Really, in the simplest of terms, neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to adapt, to grow, and to build new connections or new neurons, if you will.
I see. Okay, perfect. So now you talk about dual task training. Why is this good for the brain? And can you show us a couple of simple exercises people can try at home?
Absolutely. We want to continue to challenge the brain in a litany of ways at any age. And so this morning, I'm going to share a couple opportunities that you can do anywhere, and Barbara's going to demonstrate for us. So the most simple exercise that you could do that is considered dual tasking, that is good for both movement and challenging the brain, is simply, Barbara, if you'll come back here with me a little bit, is even something as simple as marching and tapping the opposite knee with the opposite hand. So what this does is it's working both sides of the brain at the same time because you're coming across the midline of the body. So anytime you cross the midline of the body, you activate both hemispheres of the brain at the same time. A second real simple task you can do, and of course you want to remain safe while doing this, is you can stand on one foot. And then I'm going to ask Barbara a challenging question. Barbara, can you name 3 cities that start with the letter C?
C. Chicago, Cincinnati, and Charlotte.
Good job. And so really what you're doing is you're taking a lot of movements that are great for the body as we age, while also challenging the mind at the same time. And Regina, I got one more that's real simple. All right, we're going to do something that requires focus and precision, which is really good for the brain to pay attention to. So we're going to do some finger tapping. So you're going to just tap your thumb to your index, thumb to your middle finger, thumb to your ring, thumb to your pinky. Now let's go back. Pinky, ring, middle, index. Now, I think our audience can manage that. Now, how do we make this more challenging? I'm going to mix up that order. Are you ready, Barbara? All right, here you go. Tap your ring finger with your thumb. Oh, now tap your, nope, there you go, this way. 2 hands. There you go. Now, index finger, ring finger, oops, pinky, index, ring, middle, pinky. Oh, try now. Now, when you start to throw it out like that, it becomes a lot more challenging, but it's good because we're focusing. So we're having to listen to instructions, follow through, and believe it or not, little tasks like that can really make the brain be challenged. And that's one of the most important things you can do to continue to help your brain thrive as we age.
Absolutely. And I mean, is there a certain age do you feel people should start doing, these types of movements? And how often do you feel they should work these type of movements into their day?
Well, I would say we should be starting this even with young people. This is something we can be doing in our families. This is something we should be doing in physical education in schools, because I think the misnomer is we wait until we're a certain age, when really we should try to embrace these opportunities and skills throughout our entire life. The best part is if you can stay consistent and just do a little bit each day, that is really valuable. It's not necessarily like, oh, I'm now 75, let me do a whole bunch of this. You just want to continue to do a little bit each day. And what's awesome for the audience is you can visit our YouTube page, and we have lots and lots of videos around different brain health tips and movement tips that you can follow along to. That makes it real simple to apply in your own life.
Okay, I love that. I was actually going to ask, is there a place where folks can find this? So, okay, go to the Westminster Communities of Florida YouTube page.
Correct. And you can also visit our Instagram page as well.
I love it. I love it. Okay. And last question for you, because I know that this is something, people might be watching and maybe they have a family member or loved one aging or dealing with memory concerns. What is a good way to encourage movement without making it feel intimidating?
That is an excellent question, Regina. And it's something that even here where we live in this amazing retirement community at Westminster Shores, we still have to gently nudge and educate our residents why this matters. And I think anytime that you can just weave it in organically, yes, we have the structured classes that you might find at even like a local gym. But I think the more we can weave that into just our community culture here, the most important lifestyle determinant is social connections. Believe it or not, that's the #1 lifestyle determinant, even over diet, exercise, and sleep. So the more we can organically weave movement and dual tasking into everyday life at our community, the better. So when Barbara and I go down the hallway to lunch together, if we're walking and we're talking and we're engaging in different things, talking about what is happening at the community today, believe it or not, that is really good for both of our brains and the health of those brains.
I love that. Well, ladies, thank you so much. This is really helpful. I know this is going to help someone watching. Kelly Stranburg, Vice President of Healthy Aging and Longevity for Westminster Communities of Florida. And Barbara, you did a fantastic job. Thank you for allowing us to just get a glimpse into what some of these movements and exercises look like. Be sure to go on their YouTube page if you want to try them out yourself. And I'm sure we'll be talking to you again soon. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Regina. We appreciate the opportunity to share with your audience.
Of course. And I love the backdrop. You guys did truly amazing. You just brought us into the Wellness Center with you.
Our pleasure.
I love it. All right, ladies, take care. And thank you so much, everyone, for watching here on Fox 13 Plus. We get to have more in-depth conversations and even get some demonstrations when we talk about topics like that. So that's really where streaming plays a really crucial role on being able to dive deeper into a lot of these topics and give you a lot of that info that you can take and run with and move with in this case. All right, everybody, we are going to take a quick 2-minute commercial break. When we come back, we are going to run you through some of the top stories that we are following in Tampa Bay. So